Okay, right where we ended off at, I was still sewing this while my camera liked to turn off on me because the battery was dead. So here we are again, and we are sewing this on. It's exactly where we ended off. This will be another part of the video because I really want you guys to do the sewing with me so you guys understand how I do it. I don't want you guys to be having any problems with this beanie at all. I know most people do have trouble seeing exactly what I'm doing and ask questions, which I do answer as much as possible. So now we finished all this side, as you can see. Remember these two that we left here? We're gonna bring them up. So we're gonna start with the last one, the one that's all the way on the bottom here. We're gonna bring that down. Don't worry about the loose straggler. We can sew that in afterwards. And we are gonna sew this in. And like we did on this side, how we went down on the air flap, we're gonna do the same thing with this one. So keep sewing it on, going into each individual stitch, just the way I am. And I think I'm getting tangled up here. Yes, I am. Loosen up this string here. I don't want to get stuck in there again. And we're just going in and out. And here we are along the sides here. At this point, I'm going to take that marker out that I have in there, and whatever I see that looks like needs to be pinned down, I'm going to pin it down. And I only have one that needs to be pinned down, so that's good. And now we're going to work on this last one that we have, and we're going to sew it all the way up, going in each stitch. In and out, just like so. Almost there, almost done. Still got one more hard thing to do, and that's the web that we're going to be attaching this. So let's get this side done first, and then we can do the web. we're coming along the front now. That is done. Okay, so now what we're gonna do before we start doing our web is we're gonna put our eyes on. Reason for this, because we don't want to put our web right in there. We're just gonna see how this is gonna be. And there's my eyes. Okay. And as you can see here, alright, eyes are on. We're going to put the web and we're going to still do our other 2 strands here so the web can be all the way around. And here we're going to do a chain, I believe 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Chain of 10 pretty much, not 12. And we're going to sew those on. So let's get, before we loosen this up, let's get our yarn and our hook, and we're going to do a slip knot, and we're going to chain 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And let me see if that's correct. Yes, it is. We're gonna slip stitch. We're gonna not slip stitch. We're gonna fasten off. We're gonna pull that through, and we're actually gonna sew that on right there. And then we're gonna do another one of 10, chain 10. So make your little slip knot. Pull the yarn through, and we're gonna chain up 10 again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Fasten off and pull right through for each end so it can be nice and tight. And we're going to sew that one on. So let's move these here and let's sew those on. And don't worry about our loose end here. We're going to sew that in too. So get your first one, which mine is over here. I'm going to lay it straight down here. You want it to flare open. You don't want them to be straight down like this. You want them to be open and flared out a little bit. So join it with the middle here that we have. You want to join it in there. Go in and out same way as we did before. Let me move that out of my way. And it's hooked onto the ear flap. There, now it's joined on. And what I like to do is I like to tie these two together and give it more, security so it won't come loose again when it's washing or anything like that. And we're just going to go in and out each one to the very end. Last one, and I'm going to get that very at the end there. And I am going to fasten off here and tie these two together. And now I'm going to get the second chain 10 that we did here, and I'm going to put it right here next to the other one, and I'm going to get the same yarn I have, and I'm going to join it too. And I'm going to sew this on as well. Last one. Fasten off, tie, and I'm going to tie this one too, just to make sure it stays there. Now we're going to get our needle, and we're going to sew in each one of these into the black part of this. So I'm going to work this one right up here, going right in there and just pulling through, and just pull it all the way through as much as you can. And I'm going to cut the rest of it off right at the end. Do the next one. One, and just sew in all these ends. Last two. Last one. Okay, I'm going to charge my camera some more, and we'll come back and we'll start doing our web and sewing in the eyes. So it should be our last tutorial, and everything should be done. And as you can see, we're getting this beanie done. It's going to take a lot of time, but time is beauty. Okay, so come back for the next tutorial.